I would be next to useless in an apocalypse. This thought occurred to me today, and I thought, oh no, I pictured myself in a post-apocalyptic world where there's been a nuclear war, or zombies, or the Swedish have finally risen up to take what's theirs. And I pictured myself in a cave with other survivors, and they're divvying out responsibilities. And I pictured someone saying, hey, you over there, what can you do? And the guy says, well, I'm an engineer, I'm good with my hands, I can fix things. Great, you're going to be useful in this apocalypse. What about you? Well, I'm a chef. I shouldn't give an accent. Well, I'm a chef. I can prepare meals from anything. Great, you're going to be really useful in the apocalypse. And you there, what can you do? Pointing at me. And I thought, what can I do? I was thinking, what can I do? How can I contribute to bringing about a new era of civilization? How can I help preserve the human race in its time of need? And I thought, does anyone want to do a podcast? Because podcasts are totally obsolete. It'd be another couple thousand years till people listening to podcasts. I can become a sort of clumsy pastiche of Jim Carrey when I want to. I'm quick with a line. I'm a good talker. I can help talk us out of the apocalypse. I would just be shunned from the group. They would immediately kill me and eat me. And the reason I'm thinking about this is because, as I've talked about before on this sort of diary series, is I want to be a good father to my lovely son, and I just don't have the skills, I don't think, to teach him about how to become a man himself. I can't fix things. I'm useless at that sort of thing. I can sing a little bit, and I can podcast, and I can do all of these ultimately useless things. So I'm sort of committing myself to learning more skills that are sort of deemed typically masculine, but everyone should know how to do basic plumbing or basic mechanics. What if my son says, Dad, one day when he's older, says, Dad, can you look under the what's it called even? Is it the hood, the bonnet? Can you look under the bonnet of the car? I'll go, yes, yeah, of course, son, yeah. Certainly looks like an engine, and I suspect this is what makes the thing drive. I'm just not very good at that sort of thing. So I want to try and re-educate myself a little bit. I mean, we did a whole episode about refathering myself, and this is a little part of that. Teaching myself the skills now. I'm 32, nearly 33, so I need to be able to have the skills to teach my son the things he needs to be a sort of competent adult. Things I'm just learning now. And so I picture myself in that sort of barren wasteland, post-apocalyptic wasteland. And I just hope that people need entertaining, and that maybe I can sing them a song, or maybe I can provide some comic relief. I've been going to the gym a lot recently, so I'm quite strong, so maybe I can lift a heavy thing. But if there's just an average human male there, then chances are they'll be stronger than me, so they will just be up for that job. So maybe I'm being hard on myself. But I just wanted to say that one of my goals is to become a little bit more competent with things that I've always been I once had a job. It's a stupid story. I don't know if I should tell it, but I once had a job doing DIY. I really needed the work. And a guy said, well, if you can do DIY, then you can come work for me in this sort of aerospace unit, this garage thing that they had. And I said, DIY? Oh, can I ever? Yeah, what do you need? What do you need? Some DIY doing? I'm the guy for it. So I lasted 2 days in the job. The first day was because I was setting up my cupboard with tools and familiarizing myself with all the tools. And then on the second day, just after 9 o'clock in the morning, I remember vividly, the guy said, what we need you to do is we need you to install a workbench on this wall. And then as he walked away, I was totally defeated because I didn't know how to put up a workbench. I didn't know where was the workbench even. I didn't know how to use a drill. I was certain if I was to try and drill into that wall, I would die or explode. I paced back and forth from my cupboard to the my office cupboard. I call it the office, but it's just a big cupboard. From my cupboard full of tools to where the workspace was, but it wanted the table. I would even get I found one of those the things with the bubble, the leveler. the leveler. And I was like, not quite. I just pretended for ages, and then sooner or later, I just couldn't get away. I couldn't procrastinate anymore. So I said to the guy, listen, mate, I'm sorry, we seem to have made some mistake. And he said, yeah, I've already emailed the agency looking for your replacement. And then I was let go. So I've always been really embarrassed about that story. So I want to learn some practical DIY skills because I want to be able to teach my son it, and I want to be sort of useful around the house. That's all. Just a little check-in. I'm feeling pretty good at the moment. I'm going to the gym really regularly every morning at the moment. I'm still struggling with my diet and stuff, but we'll talk about that another time. If you've enjoyed this episode, if you want to help us on our podcasting journey, because as the last diary episode, as we said in the last diary episode, we want to be one of the best podcasts in the world someday. We've got Kevin George coming back, so the three of us will be once again here around this table entertaining you and getting the Steve Calis Show podcast properly off the ground in the garage era. And if you want to stick around for that, then you're more than welcome. We'd love to know that people are out there watching and listening. Do me a favor and go to Spotify and click that follow button and leave us a review. You can leave like a out of 5-star review. 5 stars would be nice, thanks, because that sort of thing really helps us get where we want to be. So if you can, if you're listening to this on Spotify, then please do that. That'd be really helpful. If you're watching on YouTube, click subscribe. There's lots more rambling from me to come. I hope you're okay. How are you doing? How would you fare in the apocalypse? If you were to be really honest with yourself, it's you, a few others, they're skilled in various things. Do you think you'd be confident in participating in the rebuild of the human civilization? That's a heavy question, and I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for listening to the Steve Calis Show. I will see you again on Saturday, where we've got an episode coming up with local councillor Adam Dance talking about the state of the town and some political stuff. It's a bit more of a serious episode. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Hiya, you're right. Hi, everyone.